As you can see, it did boot up, so we're gonna go ahead and hit our put in our password, and now we're back at the desktop. Now this time around is actually for the keyboard assistant setup. So you want to hit continue, map out your keyboard or whatever, hit done, and bam, now we're back in. So the key thing that you want to do to make sure that the video driver that the the internet took, you want to go over to About This Mac, click on More Info, System Report, Ethernet cards, and as you can see, it says unknown 57765 Ethernet controller. Now I don't have my cable plugged in at this time. I'm gonna go ahead and plug my cable in so you guys can see. So what you want to do is close out all of that good stuff, come down to System Preferences, go to Network, and it's going to say Ethernet connected using DHCP. Got my IP address and everything, so we should be good to go there. Just for testing purposes, load up Safari, bam, Apple start screen. Alright, so at this time what we want to do, we're going to go ahead and get our Multibeast installed. Now remember, during this whole process I'm still on the BGA and all that good stuff. We're not going to swap over until everything is completely done. So what we want to do now is extract Multibeast. We're going to go ahead and run it, hit continue, continue, continue. We're going to agree, and this is what we're going to do. Now the selections, now the options that you want to use here, these are the options that I selected on mine. You want to go to you want to go to user DSDT. We can use this option or DST free because we don't need one. We want to come down here to drivers. Under audio, we want to select the Realtek without DSDT, and we want to scroll down and select the 898. Okay, now under disk, we want to go ahead and select third-party SATA and third-party eSATA. Then we want to go ahead and select Trim Enabler for the SSD. Graphics, there's nothing there for us. Under miscellaneous, we could go with the no CPU power management. This forces everything to go, but from what I've read, you won't have the sleep and wake option if you use this. But there is another version that we can use right here in Multibeast. USB third party, I don't select that. Some people have had some problems with that. I know there's a thread on Tony Mac on how to get that working. Under network, of course we ain't got to select nothing like that because why? We already got our internet working. So what we want to do is let's look at systems, and under systems we're going to select the patch Apple Intel CPU management. That's going to basically replace that one. So you want to go ahead and select that. Bootloaders, you can go ahead and select Chimera because we need the bootloader in order for the system to load here. Now at this time, once we install Multibeast, our system is going to want to boot with the HDMI, and before we do that, we're going to verify the sound is working. I'm going to show you how to circumvent that. Under customization, there's nothing for us to check here under boot options. Now you could set your boot option to graphics enabler no, and it's going to constantly boot with the multiple type of graphics here, but you can also set a flag for that, and I'm going to show you how. So 1080p display, I selected this one, but I don't even think I'm going to actually use it. Under system definitions, go ahead and I went ahead and selected Mac Pro 3.1. These other two definitions I'm really not too sure about. So there could be some information online for that. And that's about it. That's all you want to select. So we're going to hit continue, change install locations, make sure that it's selected Mountain Lion, hit continue and install. Type in your password. Let Multibeast do its thing. And we're going to hit close. Alright. So now what we want to do is let's go ahead and set the system to restart one more time. Now at this time you can boot without the disk, without the USB, but I don't. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead, set it, and we're going to go ahead and set it to restart. And we're going to hit restart. Now I'm keeping the USB drive in. Alright, so when it comes back up, it's going to try to boot to the USB. See that? Come over here, highlight the Mountain Lion. Okay, camera. And once you highlight it, now you can give it boot flags. And what we want to do is, since you're highlighted over there, once you start typing anything, a screen is going to pop up with the boot options. I don't know if you guys can see that. Let's zoom in a little bit closer. See that little thing that says boot? So what we want to do is, since we're still using the VGA, we're going to go ahead and type in graphics enabler equals no. We're still using the VGA cable, and we just want to verify sound and everything else is working. So let's go ahead and hit enter on that. And then the system is going to start booting up. Did you hear the doop? That lets you know that we have sound. Now remember, the boot time, like I said, is going to be longer because we're still using the Unibeast boot disk. I just like this method of verifying that I got sound and internet. Then the last method to my madness is verifying that my video is working. So we're gonna watch it circle and circle and circle. This is, like I say, this is normal when you're booting off the USB. Back in. So as you can see now, we're back in. Come over here. Sound. Alright. So now we verified our sound. Let's go ahead and do Chimera just again. Well, let's work with Chimera. So we got Chimera on the desktop here. And if you look carefully, it tells us that this is the graphics enabler for the Intel 4000. We're going to hit continue, 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 agree. Make sure that it's select to go to install the Mountain Lion. Hit install. Type in our password. Install software. Done. Now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to set the computer to restart one more time. This time using the HDMI cable. So let's go ahead, shut her down. And at this time you can remove your USB stick. Alright, so we'll shut her down and we're going to switch up. Alright. Unibeast disc has been removed. Switched over to the HDMI cable. Power this bad boy up and see what we get. Small Mountain Lion screen. Very small Apple screen. Heard the sound go boop. And look at that. Mountain Lion, baby. Full boot, sound, video, internet. What more do you want? That, my friend, is how you install Mountain Lion on your Hackintosh with the Asrock Z77 Extreme 4. Peace.